Yo, what's going on everybody? Welcome to the channel. My name's Sinister Skater. Today we're going to be unboxing this bad boy behind me. It's ASUS's TUF Gaming VG27AQL1A monitor. Let's get into it. A little bit of an awkward frame behind here as well, but this is what we're going to be working with today. Again, this is the ASUS VG27AQL1A, not to be confused with just the VG27AQ. This is a 27-inch 1440p 144 hertz monitor, although it does go up to 170 hertz. It's also an IPS panel. It has a 1 millisecond response time advertised, although that is in a certain mode that makes like motion blur and stuff pretty much unusable. So essentially it's a 5 millisecond response time monitor. And compared to the VG27AQ, this monitor is about 50 nits brighter. It has better HDR, although HDR on this monitor isn't like anything super special. It's just a bonus feature, if you want to say it like that. But the main difference between this monitor is that it has better color reproduction. This has true 10-bit color, not 8-bit FRC. I think the other monitor is straight up 8-bit. And that improved color depth allows for 100% sRGB color, I think 88% Adobe RGB, 95% DCI-P3. It's just much better than the other monitor. All right, let's get this thing unboxed. I'm gonna be using a screwdriver to get the top off because I did not come prepared with my box cutter or knife or anything like that, but this isn't that hard of a box to open up. So when we pop open the top here, you can see that's what we got here. We have our, looks like we have DisplayPort cables right here. We have the HDMI cable. This looks like a USB 3.0 A to B cable. I'm not entirely sure. I'll put a correction if I'm wrong there. And then we have our AC adapter as well. Oh wait, there's one more thing. Power cable for the AC adapter. We take out the styrofoam piece and put that to the side, and I'll let you guys take another peek inside here. You can see we have, looks like, ooh, those are gonna come out. We got the monitor right here, we got the stand right here, and it looks like the base plate's down here at the bottom. So first, let's take out the stands. There's that. Okay, here we go, we're out. We're good. Oh, this is just all one piece. This is, okay, it's actually kind of heavy. What do we gotta do here? Oh, put that there. Okay, then we can lay this face down so it's nice and safe. Good. Broke the styrofoam, that's fantastic. Looks like inside we have two last things. It looks to be the manual and another form that we'll put right here. All right, let's reorganize this setup. We're going to put together the base and the mount on here without taking the whole wrapper off, because I don't want to just have this face down on the desk. I want to protect this monitor as much as possible. So we'll go ahead and undo this part. Would like to conserve this styrofoam wrap thing, but whatever. And then we'll go and take our base plate stand. You want the pointy parts to be facing the actual monitor. Goes in at a little bit of an angle, and then it does twist and lock in there. Just another safety precaution. And then there are some screws. This thing, I doubt it's twisted all the way. I'm not even gonna try and yank it, but there's little bendy thumb screw things that you can get back here, tighten those up. Now we should be able to lift this up, and bam, there's your monitor. The back of the stand, it has a TUF Gaming little metallic logo at the top. Not metallic, it's like silver plastic. Cable management tray thing right here so you can run your cables down through. I think the final reveal time is here. We'll go ahead and lift this up. That was actually pretty easy. Oh wait, oh! There's another layer of protective on this. I like that. They're making sure this thing's nice and safe. Bam, voila. This is also G-Sync compatible, although I think it's more like AMD FreeSync, and they just left G-Sync out. I can't remember if that's this monitor. I'll put a note in the side. So you can see front of the monitor is pretty freaking thin bezels, I'd say so myself, except for the chin. And then if we look at the back of the monitor, we have like a nipple joystick for controls as well as 4 different buttons. As for I/O, we have from left to right the power plug. We have 2 HDMI inputs, 1 display port input, 1 headphone jack, 1 weird thingamajigger that I don't know what that does. We have that monitor USB 3.0 cable as well as 2 USB 3.0 sticks, and there also is a Kensington lock somewhere on the back as well. As for the stand will go tilts up and down. We have an entire swivel from left to right. You get about that much action with it right there. It also will go down and up, so you got the vertical boom motion, as well as do a complete, 90-degree turn. You can also swivel it back and forth that way. It does 90 degrees this way and then 90 degrees the other way. So pretty great stuff going for the arm. That's the stand arm, whatever you want to call it. I'm planning on mounting it to a monitor arm on my desk for reasons you'll see in the future, but this is a great stand if I have to say so myself. I really like how it goes all the way down like that too. So yeah, last thing we got to do here is plug this thing in and see if we got any dead pixels. Hopefully not, because this monitor was kind of hard to get a hold of. Other thing, I gotta lengthen this cord out, but this power adapter does come with a Velcro US. I don't know if you can see this right here, but right here you got a Velcro little tie wrap right there. It was actually pretty nice that they included that. Wow. That is very, very, very saturated for a monitor, but man, that does look good on first impressions. So bam, you can see that this thing is now working. I think from here on out, we're just going to do a little first impressions, a little off-camera B-roll type video for the rest of this, and we'll go from there. All right, so first impressions out of the box, just playing with this for like 15 minutes or so. Great looking picture when it comes to pixel density and all that. Although straight out of the box, it is a bit oversaturated from what I can tell. Black levels are surprisingly good, especially for the IPS panel. IPS panel viewing angles are good. There's a little bit of that IPS glow around the edges, although it's not super intense. I'm perfectly fine with it. But the black levels are very surprisingly good. There's really good contrast going on with this monitor, like really, really good for an IPS. There's other modes like cinema mode, gaming mode, just all these different color profiles that I probably won't be using from like a professional standpoint. I'm going to be color calibrating this with an actual color calibrator in the next coming days, and I expect this to look perfect and all that saturation problems will go away. But again, out of the box, it is a little bit oversaturated. Looks really, really good though. Some people may even like the oversaturated look if they're just using this for games. On the back, from the bottom up, there is a power button and then the profiles button. Above that is Games Plus, I think is what it's called. And they have, you can put on a crosshair, you can put on a timer to, I guess, time how long you game or whatever. Built-in FPS counter, display alignment, as well as like a sniper mode, which zooms in this little box on the middle of your screen. There also is an X button wherever you need to X out, and then if you press in the joystick at the top, that will bring you into your settings where you can go in and turn on and off a whole bunch of different settings. Some things that jumped out to me in the setting, you have your standard color, temp, brightness, contrast. Blue light filter is in here, which is actually pretty nice if you intend to play late at night and you don't care about color accuracy or anything like that. There is an eco mode. You can select which input you're using if you are using multiple inputs, which is nice. But the thing that jumped out to me was there is a dynamic dimming mode, which from what I can tell, I want to look at this in the camera to confirm. I've heard of it a little bit while researching monitors, but it seems to be making the blacks a little bit darker while maintaining that contrast. And I was zooming my mouse around, didn't really see any of that weird dynamic dimming or multi-array dimming, something like that. I'm getting close to the word here. But I didn't see any of that weird glow around my mouse. But I did notice that the picture overall was a little bit darker and more contrasty. So I will want to play with that a little bit more. And there also is a whole bunch of different gaming settings. You can overclock the monitor to get up to 170 hertz. Adaptive sync, again, is built right into it. And there also is a shadow boost mode, which will boost all the shadows in your monitor, which would help with gaming so you can see people a little bit better. Again, if you're looking for like content creation and color, actually, you're probably not going to be using that unless you calibrate with that built in, but it is a nice gaming feature. So I am fairly impressed with this. Big upgrade over my first ASUS monitor, which I did an unboxing. If you're curious on that, it was like a $120 monitor, which works great for what it does, but I was upgrading my one monitor and thought, you know what, I'm just gonna get a higher refresh rate monitor. So if I'm playing my Xbox Series X in a couple weeks, or if I go into PC gaming and fully dive into that in the future, I'll have something with a higher refresh rate. It's also color accurate that I could use for grading and things like that. But yeah, overall, I am pretty happy with it. I think this is going to work just fine. I don't think I'll be doing like a full review follow-up to this video, so if you have a question, leave it down below and I will answer it after some time. But also just remember, I will talk about this monitor as well as my overall setup within the next month or so, a couple weeks after the Xbox Series X comes out, when I do my final setup upgrade video for 2020 to show you everything that is wrapped up. And I will have some experience with this monitor. I'll have like, you know, a couple weeks with it. I'll throw some more thoughts in that video, so subscribe if that sounds interesting to you. I could ramble on for forever, so I'll end it here. If you guys did enjoy the video, please hit that like button. Check out some of my other content. If you like what you see, also consider subscribing. Links down below in the description if you'd like to help support my channel. As always, guys, thanks for watching. My name is Skater. I'll catch y'all on the next video. Peace out.